Hello everyone, welcome to session 4 of Python. In this session we are going to learn functions in Python, and before starting that let me brief about you about the previous section, that is section 3 of the Python. So in the previous session what we learn about the various data types of the Python. If you didn't attend that session, you can find the video on my YouTube channel. So for that you go to the channel Rita Jain, and there you search for the playlist Python tutorial for beginners, and there you will find the third session video, data type in Python, plus other old session of the Python which we I have already covered. So you can in under section 3 of the Python we learn about the various data type, i- which are important 7 data types, like number data type, string data type. Then we learn boolean data type. Then we learn few collection data types like list, set, and dictionary. So details of these data types you can find in this tutorial section 3. So let's start the section 4 without any delay, that is function in Python. So guys, in Python we have two type of functions. Okay, two types of function. One is inbuilt function, and number two is user defined function. So in this section basically I am going to discuss the user defined function. Inbuilt functions are those functions whose code is already exist in the Python library. Okay, so here in this section I am going to discuss user defined function. So first of all, before starting the practical part of the this session, let me explain you the structure of the function in Python, of function, like what is the syntax of the function in Python. So a function in Python is always start with def. Let me increase the font size so that you guys able to see it properly. Okay, a function in Python always start with def. After that, def means starting of the function. We give any function name, that can be anything. Okay, then in round brackets we provide the parameters, arguments. Okay, or parameters, meter list. Okay, just a minute. Okay, parameter list. So whatever I give in square bracket, that is optional. A function can be with or without arguments. Then after that, end of the function definition, we give double colon. That means this is the end of the function definition, and after that start the body part of the function. Okay, and body part is always indented. Okay, it should not be aligned with the function definition. There should be some gap, so that we call as indent. There should be some indentation. Okay, with indentation only function, this Python interpreter came to know that this is the body part of the Python. Okay, so here we can write with statement of the Python, statement statement 1, statement 2, like this we can write. Okay, there could be multiple statement in the body part of the Python. Then after that, once it's completed, we can give at the end, we can if give the return statement, whatever function is going to return. So here we can write any variable which Python is going function is going to return. Okay, so this is the structure of the Python program. Okay, now let's write one sample function. Let's suppose I want to calculate the square of the I want to calculate the square of a number. Okay, so what is the formula for square of a number? Let's suppose there is a number. and I want to calculate the square of the number. So formula for this is number multiplied by number. Okay, so this is the formula for square, and I want to uh, write function for it, right? So how will I write? First of all, I will write def, then let's give any function name. So while giving function name, we should make sure that there should not be any uh, existing keyword with that function name. Okay, let's give the name of the function multiply. Okay, or let me give square. Okay, square, function name is square, and inside I can give any variable x whose square I want to calculate. After that I will give colon, then I'm going to define body part, so I have given indentation. Then after that I can give square is equal to x multiply x. So in Python the symbol for multiply is star, we use asterisk. Okay, that you know already, I think. And after that we are returning the result in the return s. Okay, so this is the square. So this is the simple function in the Python, right? So let's run this function in the Python. Okay, let's do the practical for this function. So I am going to Python ideally. So first of all, let's run this function in the uh, interactive mode. So I am writing this function again, def square, function name is square, and here I want to calculate the square of the x. Then after that I have given colon, then enter. Once I press enter, it automatically give indentation. Okay, now I'm storing the square in the variable x after multiply x with x. Okay, this is my simple function. Then after that I need to return the result. Okay, return s. So this is come out. Now I press enter, it return back to the Python prompt. Now I want to call this function. So what I can give square, and in bracket I can pass any value. Let's suppose I want to calculate the square of the number 4. Okay, so here I am passing the value of x as 4. As soon as I hit enter, it's giving me the result. So by writing function I can call it multiple times. I need not to repeat these statements again and again. Okay, so this is the main advantage of function. Let's suppose this time I want to calculate the square of 5. Okay, so it's calculating the 5. Let's suppose I want to calculate the square of 2.5. Okay, so it's calculating the square. So see how simple it is, and I am able to call it multiple times. So here I have written the square function on the interactive mode. Now same thing you can write in the script mode as well. So for that, what you need to do this time, let's do with script mode. Let's write a function to calculate the sum of two numbers. Okay, so what we will do, file, new file, right? So here I can write the function def, and here I want to calculate, write the function to calculate the sum of the two numbers. Okay, def sum. And since I want to calculate the sum of the two numbers, so how many parameter I need to pass as argument in the function definition? 2. Let's suppose the two numbers are, first number is x and second number is y. Okay, so this time I am passing two parameter, two argument, while in the square function I passed only one parameter, right? Where is my that file? I think I didn't save, so I need to write again. Okay, let me write again. Def sum x comma y. Then after that, what I should give? My function definition is completed, so I will give colon. Then after that press enter, and this time I am storing the sum of the two numbers in variable s. Okay, and sum is s is equal to x plus y. Then after that I will give return statement, return s. So by this my function definition is completed with the as soon as I give return statement, the function definition, function body part is completed. Now I want to call this function in this program. Okay, so how will I call? I can simply call, let's suppose x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2, and I want to calculate sum of these numbers, so I will call now. Now I can call this function sum and simply pass comma y. Okay, now I print, and this sum I am storing in the variable result. Okay, result is equal to sum x comma y, and here I am printing the sum, print sum of x x and comma y comma is colon comma, here I can print result. Okay, so this is how we call a function in a program. Okay, after this is the end of the statement, and now I can save my program by going to this file, then save, and let's suppose I am giving the name to this program as first program, first Python program. Okay, save. So it gets saved by name first.py. Py is the extension of the Python program. So you can run the Python program either by clicking on the run module, or you can press F5 directly. Okay, as soon as I click on run module, it will run the program and display the result in the interactive mode. Sum of 3 and 2 is 5. So this is how we write a function in the Python, and we call the function in the Python in the main program. Okay, so let me open the program first which I have written. So here let us summarize what we did. First of all, we have written a function sum to calculate the sum of the two numbers. Okay, so here a function name always start with def. Okay, and its definition end with colon, then after colon the body part of the function start, and it is always have indentation. Then we function return the value by return statement. Okay, and wherever we want to call the function, we pass the argument value, and after that, as soon as we call the function, it control goes to the function definition and it execute the function statements. Once all the function statements are executed, it return back to the next statement after the function call. So this is how the function uh, calling work. Okay, and after that it print the result, right? So in this session we will do only these. So I have summarized the things. First of all, we discuss the structure of the function, like how to write the function, and after that we have learned how to run the function in the interactive mode as well as in the script mode. So let's discuss the advantage of function. So as you have noticed that function have few advantages. Like number one advantage, we can call function as many times as we require without rewriting the code. Okay, without rewriting the code. Okay, like we in the previous example, we calculate the square of the number and we calculate the square for 3 4 numbers. Okay, so we We didn't write these statement again and again. Second is by writing function, uh, our code become easier to read. Code is readable. Code is more readable and easier to debug. So these are the two important uh, advantages of the Python. So hope sorry advantages of the function. Hope you understood the function in this section. If you have any doubt, you can message me, and in the next section we will learn about the control statements of the Python. In section 5 we will do control statements in Python. So before that, I would suggest you practice the Python functions and try to write few simple programs. And if you have any questions or wherever you stuck up, you can message me uh, in the same video. Thank you. Bye bye.